Hi everybody, Louise here. So I'm doing this video this evening all about the new big Facebook algorithm changes. So I just want people to get a chance to get onto the live this evening. So if you are watching it from the rerun, obviously you'll see it straight away. So if you can put the word rerun in the comment box below and then tell me where you're actually watching from. And then if you're watching the live, if you can also put the word live in the comment box below and tell me where you're watching from. And then one other request, that's all I ask for, is that you actually love this video. So in the emotions where you can put an emotion, if you can actually love the video. And the reason why I ask you to do this is because Facebook will favour videos that have got a lot of love emojis. And what they'll do then is they'll then share that to more people's news feeds. Now on this video, I'm not going to try and sell you anything. I'm not going to try and pitch you anything. So if you can love the video, it means it will be shared to more people's news feeds. And I encourage you to share it on your page, into your groups, with your team, anybody at all, because I'm here to give value and value only. So I'm just going to wait just for a few more people to connect before I get going. But if you can tell me where you're watching from, and if you're on live, put the word live and where you're watching from. And if you're watching the rerun, put the word rerun and then tell me where you're watching from. So I am going to be referring to some notes this evening because there's quite a lot of content to go through. I would appreciate if you can stay till the end. And for the first time ever, I'm doing a $100 giveaway to the viewers. So there's going to be one person selected, and it's going to be the person that's made the 500th comment on the Facebook Live. Now realise that this is going to be a lot of comments. I don't want you all to suddenly just start spam. I want to give everybody the chance to win on each of these lives now going forward. But what I do ask of you is that if you're enjoying the content, then please give me feedback as I'm talking. I won't read the comments as I'm on the live, but I will go back afterwards and follow up with every single one of you. So then I'll be making a note of who the 500th comment was, and I will be counting them all, and then that person will be getting $100 either through to their PayPal account or paid in Bitcoin. So that's a way of me thanking you guys for staying on till the end and interacting with me. So please give me feedback if you're enjoying it. If you're wanting me to cover anything specific in another live, please by all means put that in the comments as well. But I'm going to get going because I do value all of your time. So ready to rock and roll. So you might want to get a pen and paper to write some of these things down, or you may want to watch it all and then watch the rerun and then next time write the notes. So I'm just going to sit at an angle because I've got anti-glare on my glasses. So I'm just going to sit at an angle so I don't put you guys off. So these big changes actually came into place on October the 19th. But what Facebook do is they don't actually do all of the changes for everybody worldwide because it would just cause an absolute nightmare. So what they've done is they do these small changes, these big changes in small markets to start with to test it. So what they do is they pick non-English speaking European countries and also Asia. They're the two main markets which they're testing all of this in, so they know that it's not going to affect like the UK, Australia and America, which is obviously the biggest ones on Facebook as a whole. So now is your time to get a clear strategy in place so that when these new changes come out in the next 60 to 90 days worldwide, it means then that you're already on top of your game and you're prepared. Because if you don't make these changes starting from like tomorrow, then when it actually comes into play in 60 to 90 days, you're going to miss out and your competitors are going to be seen over you on Facebook. So that's why I wanted to do this, to help as many people as possible. And I just hope that this Facebook Live doesn't crash or anything. So, right, going into it. So tonight's video is going to be crucial for anybody that's in a product, a service or a sales-based business. Even if you've got a brick or mortar store, a walk-in shop, this isn't just for online businesses. This is for anybody with a Facebook page, a Facebook business page, whether you've got a walk-in shop, brick or mortar as well. So the recent changes are going to affect how your business page is seen in the newsfeed. Now, I had a wedding stationery business page with my previous business that I built up very, very quickly and very, very successfully. And I got a lot of exposure worldwide. Then all of a sudden, I just started to just have a massive drop off my page. And that's when Facebook brought these new algorithm changes in last year. So now these new changes which are coming in again is now going to enable people with a business page to start getting more exposure again, which everyone's going to think like, yes, because if you've got a business page, you'll have noticed that your engagement and your interaction on your page has probably literally just been like cut off. So a lot of people have had to then resort back to using their personal Facebook page, which is great. But what you do want to still be having is a proper business page so that people can obviously find you and see you as a business rather than just looking at your personal and your business combined. So I want you to think about your revenue goals in the next 30 to 60 days to finish off 2017. And if you put this into practice now, what I'm going to discuss in this, there's no reason why you can't really up what you're earning in the next 30 to 60 days by following this. And then going forward into 2018, when Facebook have rolled out these new changes, your revenue and your profit will be going up rather than all of a sudden you dropping down because you've missed out on all of these changes going forward. So make a start. So the first big change that Facebook are doing in the algorithm is they have asked hundreds of people on Facebook what they do and don't want to see in their newsfeed. And the information that's come back to Facebook is they don't want everything just in one place where they're just being spammed with business. They can no longer see the posts from their family and friends. So Facebook are now splitting it. They're going to have a page for family and friends, and then they're going to have a separate page for business pages called Explore. So it's going to be split into two. So they're going to have what they call an Explore page, and then they're going to have the normal newsfeed, which will be normal friends and family posts. So a lot of people are going to freak out thinking, oh my God, no one's going to find me anymore. But bear with me because I am going to tell you that there's going to be some massive benefits to this if you do it correctly. So people want to see businesses still on Facebook, but they want to decide which businesses that they actually see. So this is beneficial for you because when people like your business and are interested in your business, they're going to get to see that business much more than they would have done by just all businesses just spamming Facebook all the time. So on the tests that they've done so far, in the non-English speaking European countries and Asia, these are the results that they've got so far. So they've actually seen a drop in organic reach by 2/3 and 4 times fewer interactions on posts. So far it hasn't had a particularly positive effect on the businesses that have been tested in this new market to do with the Facebook algorithm. So now they're having to make sure that to get back up to the top of the Explore page, if you think of the top of the Explore page, it's like being on the first page of Google. On Google, if you're not on the first page, you're just lost, aren't you? So the Explore page on Facebook is going to be like being at the top of Google's first page. So you need to be doing everything possible. Once it moves to the Explore page, which is for businesses only, you want to make sure that you're appearing at the top of that Explore page, or at least on the first few posts, because that then means that you're going to get massive interaction from the right eyeballs on your page. And if you're not, it means that your competitors are going to get seen and you're going to get lost amongst the crowd. So all this information I'm going to give you will help you to get up to the top of that page. Very nice, aren't I, sharing all of this with you guys? So the head of newsfeed at Facebook, and by the way, I have no connections to Facebook. I'm just very clever where I get my information from, but I'm not. People ask me if I work for Facebook, but I have no connection with Facebook at all. So this has actually come from the head of newsfeed at Facebook. He said, "We are testing having a dedicated space for people to keep up with their friends and family, and another separate space called Explore with posts from business pages." So that's what they're actually putting out to the public that they're actually going to be doing. Then this is going to be happening in the next 60 to 90 days. It's going to roll out worldwide. So the next part is, I'm going to go through with how to improve your organic reach on the new Explorer page. So as you know, Facebook Lives are increasingly popular, and in the next few years, Facebook are predicting that more than 80% of the content on Facebook will be video based. So there's 3 key things here that's going to help you with your organic reach on the Business Explorer page. Now, by organic, I mean non-paid advertising. I mean just by you having a business page, getting boosted and seen on Facebook, but without actually having to pay for an ad. So the first preference is going to be for video. Now, video with high completion rates. Now, by high completion rates, I mean by somebody watching your video and staying until the end. If they click onto your video and they only last for, say, like a minute, and you've got a 5-minute video, Facebook will automatically think, this is not good content, so they're going to stop boosting it. If a lot of people watch your video and they come away, then Facebook are going to think this isn't popular and they're going to drop you down on the visibility. If you've got a popular video where people are liking and commenting like you all are now, thank you, and if they're loving and liking it, then it means that Facebook are going to go, wow, this is popular, we're going to boost this to the top. Not only will they boost it to the top, but they're boosting it into the newsfeed of lots and lots of people worldwide. Because if your Facebook business page obviously is public to worldwide, it means that not only are you getting boosted to the top, but then you're getting boosted to the top worldwide as well. So you're getting massive, massive exposure. So if you're not doing videos on your business page, you have to start, because if not, you're not going to be seen at the top of the Explorer page. Then the second one is preference for authentic and timely posts. Now, by authentic, I mean your own unique material. So you're not copying material from like Google, you're not sharing links from any other websites, you're not sharing things from like YouTube, you're creating your own unique content. So it's like me do this video, for example, it's unique from me, I'm recording it. So this would obviously get boosted at the top or near to the top because you're providing value, which Facebook like, it's authentic and it's a video. So you need to be looking at doing content that gets immediate reaction. So a great way to do this is when you do a post, have an open-ended question to get your audience to react. So if you do a question on a post, it means that you're asking your audience to comment. And then when they comment, it gives you a chance to then reply. And then obviously then you start to build that momentum on your post. Then you want to be talking about things like current events, anything that's going to be like a trending topic, anything that's related to you and your business. So if you're in like the health and wealth, if you're in beauty, if you're in like cryptocurrency, if you're in the services, anything at all that you feel as though it's either in like the news, it's a trending topic on like Google, something on like YouTube, anything at all that you can talk about that's going to be seen as like a popular topic, that again Facebook will favourite and boost it. And then the last one is there's new features now which Facebook are bringing into place that's going to have a big impact on the interaction with your audience. So don't see all these changes as negative. They're actually amazing changes. So if you just bear with me and listen to them, as long as you're prepared to make some adjustments, you'll find that it has a huge positive impact on your business going forward. So by authentic posts, you need to think about how you can stand out from the crowd by being authentic, how you can bring your business yet your personality to make you stand out. So Facebook are going to start penalising people with negative feedback. So if you do a video and people start being negative on it, if you have a post and people start being negative on it, Facebook are going to penalise that because they see it as negativity on Facebook. So if somebody unlikes your business page, for example, after they've seen a post or they've seen a video, Facebook are going to penalise you for that as well. If somebody starts to hide your post in the newsfeed because they're sick of seeing you, Facebook are going to penalise you for that as well. And if you're doing overly promotional posts on Facebook, they're going to penalise you for that as well. So they just don't want it to be spam, spam, spam. They don't want you to be doing things that put the buyers off or viewers off from coming onto Facebook. They want it to be an educational platform They want people to be motivated, inspired. They want people to learn. They want people to get value. They want people to get humour, you know, and enjoy Facebook. It's a social media platform. They want people to come on it and be sociable and enjoy content and share content. So they don't just want it to be pitch, 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 sell, sell, sell. So you've always got to be leading with value. So promotional posts, in Facebook's eyes, promotional posts is when people purposefully create a post directly to sell a product or a service. So Facebook, again, are going to be penalising people that are doing this. So you've got to be very careful how you're actually doing your business posts. You can't be seen to be too pitchy because Facebook just will not show them. So you need to be doing it where you're leading with value, and then obviously incorporate your business into that post, rather than it just being an obvious business post, because Facebook are just not going to show you in the Explorer page, which means then everybody else is going to be shown and you're just going to drift off and never be seen. So you've got to be willing to make these tweaks and changes to be seen at the top of the page. And obviously when this page comes into action, you'll see what's at the top and you'll see the kind of content that's shown. And if yours is not being shown, then you'll soon see how you need to tweak it and change it yourself to obviously be like the ones that are at the top if yours aren't. And then the last thing is if you're using the same content on your Facebook posts to what you're using in a Facebook ad post, they're going to penalise you for that as well. So you can't use the same content for a paid ad as what you use for an organic ad. Facebook know exactly what you're doing and they'll penalise you. So you've got to keep them completely separate. Facebook knows everything, absolutely everything. So where are we here? So when Facebook asked hundreds and hundreds of people on Facebook what they wanted to see in the newsfeed, they said that they wanted to see more stories from friends and family, and they also wanted to see more business pages of the pages that they actually cared about and wanted to see, and less promotional material. So the good thing for you is you're still going to be seen as a business, but you need to be making sure that the right people are seeing your business, that want to see your business. And the thing is then they're the people that are interacting with your posts. They're the people that are going to comment on your posts, and they're potentially your buyers and your team members if it's that type of business. So also you'll have noticed in the last 18 months, if you've got a Facebook group, which is different from a Facebook page, you'll notice that the visibility is its lowest it's ever been. So again, Facebook are trying to sort of like dwindle things like this out. They're really wanting to push the business pages and obviously the personal pages. But with the Facebook groups, people just aren't getting the interaction on them. So if people aren't seeing the content, it's almost a waste of time actually having it. So if you've got a high interacting group, that's great. But there's no point in you spending all this time and effort posting into a private group. If you're only getting 1 or 2 likes, it's just not worth your time. So you've got to look at what you're doing and think, is it actually worth it? If it's not, stop and do something else, because there's no point in putting time and effort into something if there's not enough eyeballs on the page for it to be like converting to make it worth your time and effort. Just going to take a mouthful of my coffee. Are you enjoying it so far? I made a coffee with, I've run out of almond milk, so I made it with coconut milk instead. I'm not really sure if that works. Coconut coffee. So I'm going to talk now about the new features that are coming in since the algorithm changes. So now the new features that are coming in, and these are some really good features that you'll be pleased about. So if you've never done a Facebook ad before, a paid Facebook ad, these new features will sound completely new to you. But if you run Facebook ads before, then this will all sort of start, you'll have like an aha moment and think, right, yeah, this is great. So number 1, the first new feature that they're doing, you're going to be able to target people on individual posts. So when you do a post at the moment and you go to like write your Facebook post, you just put your post up, don't you, whether it's text or picture, and then you just post it. Well, there's going to be a new feature, which is like a little circle at the end, and you're actually going to be able to target who sees that post, which is amazing, because you're not just going to share it with everybody, you're going to target to who you actually want to see that. Now, the benefit of this is you're going to get much higher interaction up at the top of the explore page by people wanting to see your content and then you being there, rather than you just appearing at the top for like everybody. So if you were a brick and mortar store selling children's clothes, you're going to want to appeal, aren't you, to parents with children, grandparents. Therefore, you're able to target your audience so those people see your posts. They're going to be the people that buy your children's clothes. So therefore, when you put an ad on there, when you put a post on there, this is a free post, this isn't a paid, but just free, you can target, obviously, like, mums with children, grandparents, so then they're likely then to see you at the top of the explore page. So this can happen in any kind of niche, any industry, any market, but it means every single Facebook post that you put up, every business post, from your business page, you're going to be able to target every single one that you do. This is a massive game changer, because what you can do is you can test and measure different markets. You can do like even a whole week where you think, right, this week I'm going to target a specific audience, measure it, test it, then the following week do another one, and then compare the two and think, right, this is now my target audience, these are converting into buyers, these aren't, and then you know who to tailor and who to push more. There's nothing stopping you testing 4 different markets, but it means now that you're able to actually see who's buying your products, who's engaging with your products, who's commenting on your posts. It's a complete game changer for your business. And then the next one is there's going to be new placements and new visibility options. So there's going to be a option which is fantastic, where when you actually do a Facebook ad, it's going to actually fill the whole of the section of the Facebook page. So at the moment when you do an ad, it fills like this part, and then there'll be all of the things underneath which could potentially distract your potential buyer. They're doing now what they call a full page. So when somebody is scrolling through, your ad will cover everything, so there's nothing else to distract them, which means that they're much more likely then to stay on your ad and read it and your post before then they move on to another one. So that's a new feature that's going to be coming out for paid Facebook ads. And then they're also doing targeting and scheduling, audience optimization. So you're going to be able to reach and engage with people that are much more likely to interact and engage on your post, because there's no point in you just posting on Facebook and then getting no interaction. You want to be posting on Facebook and your ideal customer to see you. Now, this is what Facebook are enabling you to actually do. So these positive changes will be a real game changer. And yes, it'll take you a while to tweak things if you're new in business, but we all like a challenge, because it's the challenges that end up making us successful. But you know that as long as you keep tweaking it and trying new things week in, week out, and writing things down so you can test it against your results, there's nothing stopping you then having massive changes every 30 days in your business. So the benefits of targeting. Now, when you target a specific audience, now this enables you to have accelerated growth, because no matter what product you sell, whether it's a service, a physical product, you're never going to appeal to everybody in the world. You're just not. You're always going to have like a tailored audience, and anybody that buys outside of that audience is a bonus, but you will always have an audience that you want to appeal to the most. You're much more likely to get a return on investment. So if you go down the paid ads route, say like on Facebook, for example, you're going to get a return on investment because you're targeting a niche market. Now, before you go into paid ads, if you've never done them before, you want to be doing these new things with the, once the algorithm changes come into place, you want to be testing and measuring with the free strategies to start with. Once you know which market is buying from you, then you run an ad to that market, and then boom, you make loads of money, you get loads of sales, you get loads of new people, eyeballs on your page. But to start with, you want to be testing and measuring to make sure you get your audience right first. Then you're not throwing away money in a Facebook ad, which I know a lot of people have done because they've spent money testing and trialing different things and it hasn't worked. Where with this, it enables you to do it free. Then once you know who you want to target, then you can pay, and then you'll get a much better return on investment and then a much more accelerated growth in your business. And then the second part is you want to be grabbing attention. So you need to be standing out in the newsfeed of the Explore page with your business page. So you need to break through the noise because there's a lot of competition. So you need to know who to target. You need to know how to offer value, and you need to stand out in the newsfeed. So if you don't know who your target audience is, that is something that you really need to think about, because it's really important that you're targeting the right kind of people. Because if you say the right message to the right people, they convert like crazy. If you say the right message to the wrong people, you're just completely wasting your time. So you need to be getting seen in front of the right people so that when they see your post, they feel like you're personally reaching out to them because they're thinking, yes, that's me. I want to buy that product, or I need their help, or I want to have their service. Where if you're doing all of that and it's the wrong people, you're just getting conflicting signals. Nearly finished. So you'll have seen recently that there's been some changes in the Messenger. So they've now started to roll out these like adverts where you can see like a block ad. They've just briefly covered on that obviously that has been a very, very popular new feature going forward. So they're going to continue with that in the algorithm change. And not everywhere has actually got that feature yet. So if you haven't got that feature in your Messenger inbox yet, it's going to be coming out where you can pay to have an advert. It's like a long rectangular block that appears in your Messenger. So again, you can target people straight into Messenger as opposed to then just on the Facebook ads itself. So the changes, you're going to be thinking, are they a good thing or aren't they? 100% yes, they are. 60% of consumers on Facebook view a business page before visiting a brick and mortar store. So that's 60% of consumers will look to see if there's a Facebook page linked to a business before they'll actually walk into a brick and mortar store. The same applies for like a restaurant, a salon, any kind of shop. They will always see if there's a Facebook business page. So if you have a business, a walk-in business, and you don't have a Facebook page, you definitely need to have an online presence on Facebook. 80% of consumers are much more likely to buy from somebody that has a credible, authentic Facebook page associated with their business. 80%. That is a huge, huge figure. And I must admit, I always look to see if there's a Facebook page for like a hotel I'm going to stay at, a restaurant. I personally will always look on Facebook before I go to anywhere new, and I always read the reviews. That's just me. But obviously 80% of people do that as well. And then 62% are more likely to research a small business on a social media platform before actually using them or buying from them. So 62% are most likely to research a small business on a social media platform before they'll actually make a sale. So again, if your business isn't on social media as a credible business page on Facebook, then you're missing out. You're basically leaving cash on the table. So the final part is just the best practices. So these are things that you need to be doing going forward to ensure that you're ready for the algorithm updates. So you'll soon be able to schedule your posts directly through Facebook. So we're all busy. I understand that you can't be on Facebook 24/7. You know, people have got friends, family, commitments. So you'll soon be able to schedule your posts directly through Facebook. So it means then that you don't have to actually just post it live. Now, there are softwares like Buffer and Hootsuite that people use to schedule their posts. Facebook hates them. They hate anything that's third party that's not inside Facebook. They will penalise your posts if you're using Hootsuite or Buffer. If you've used them to schedule your posts, Facebook are not going to show them high up in the newsfeed because they're penalising you for the fact that you've used them. So if you are using these, stop using them, because you're not going to get high visibility in Facebook because they don't like the fact that you've used Buffer or Hootsuite, which are apps for you to be able to do a post and schedule it to be shown later. They don't want you to use any outbound links at all. They don't want anybody to click onto a link that's going to take you from Facebook off Facebook. They want to keep people on Facebook itself. So if you're showing a link to your website, if you're showing a link to YouTube, if you're showing a link to anywhere, Again, massive no-no. Facebook are penalising, and if you've got a post with a link on it, Facebook are not going to show that high up again because they don't want anybody to click on it and disappear off. So again, you have to word your posts in a way where you're getting your message across for them to reach out to find out more. Or another way that you can craftily do it is when you put a picture up on Facebook, you can write your website or your link over the top of the photo, because then Facebook can't pick up on it. So it's actually shown on the photo, but it's not you're not actually writing the link. They can't physically click on the link to be taken off, but you can actually get your, it's great for like your domain name, for example, something that's very clear that people can remember. If it's a really complicated affiliate link, they're never going to get all of the, they're never going to remember all of that. But if you have a short and sweet domain name, that then is going to take them to, a capture page, a sales funnel, your website, but you can actually put it over the top of your photo, so then you're still able to like brand yourself, you're still able to get your business out there, but Facebook can't pick up on that because it's just part of the photo. So that's another little hack, little test there for you. And when you are uploading videos on Facebook, if you use YouTube, do not transfer videos from YouTube onto Facebook. Again, Facebook hate that, because when people click on that video, it's taking them back to YouTube. They hate it. They absolutely hate it. So if you have a video, you need to be uploading the original video onto Facebook and have the original video onto YouTube. Don't do a link to link the two. Keep them completely separate. And then you just need to be making sure that when you're creating content, it's encouraging interaction all the time. So ask your audience, I mentioned this earlier, you want to be making sure that they're engaging all the time. Either ask for like their view on something, ask for their feedback on something, ask what they'd like to see more of. You want to be getting interaction from your audience all the time. It's like in this video I say, are you enjoying it? I'm asking for interaction. I'm asking for people to confirm. I'm asking for feedback. I'm asking for people to leave comments. You need to do the same on your videos so you get your momentum built up. The more comments on videos, the more Facebook will share it. The more comments on your posts, the more Facebook will share it. So if they start to see multiple comments all the time, then they will boost it in the newsfeed. So remember that when you do a Facebook Live, it doesn't matter how many people are watching me right this very minute, because people watch the rerun for days, weeks, months, forever. So when people keep watching it, if you've asked them to do something like at the beginning of the video, I said, tell me if you're watching it live, put the word live and where you're watching from. If you're watching the rerun, put the word rerun and where you're watching it from. If somebody watches it in 3 months' time, they're still going to put the word rerun and where they're watching it from. It's another comment. So it doesn't matter that they're not watching it live. They're still able to give their comments 3 months, 4 months, a week, a day, anytime they watch the video. So again, make sure that when you're giving your content, you're still speaking to your rerun customers, and it's not just all about the live viewers, it's the reruns as well. So encourage engagement on your videos long term for longevity, so that they're constantly keeping appearing back in the newsfeed, because it's being seen as a popular video by Facebook. So the last little part I just want to talk about is regarding things to post. So when you're posting content, you want to be posting content that your customers are encouraged to share. So your customers and people that like your business page and like your content, they're going to share your content if it puts them in like a positive light. So if they're going to share something onto their private Facebook profile, it's got to be something that makes them look good for sharing it. So if they're sharing something, of true value, sharing something that's like inspirational, something that's motivational, anything that's going to kind of like make them look good by posting it, let them get like lots of interaction. Anything that's kind of like hot news, anything that's kind of like going to get people to, interact, it's going to motivate people to do more, it's going to inspire people to make a change. And then the final part on this section is no more paying to boost posts. So although it's a Facebook feature, when you pay to have a Facebook post boosted, it's a complete waste of money. And the reason why is because it's not targeted in any shape or form. So if you pay like $5, $10, whatever it is that you've paid, all Facebook do is go boost. It could be boosted to any random person all over the world. It's complete waste of money. This is why people find that when they're paying for boosted posts, they're not getting any sales or conversions from it, because it's just out there and Facebook are charging you. So stop doing it if you are doing it, because you're wasting your money. You're better off saving up and using it for a Facebook ad in the future. So literally just the last 2 pages, and then we are done. So if you're thinking, oh, this is far too complicated, I'm not staying on Facebook, I'm moving. You know, a lot of people talk about Instagram all the time, but Instagram and Facebook are owned together. So if you move from Facebook to Instagram, you've still got things on Instagram that's changing all the time as well. So Instagram newsfeed, just very, very quickly for people that don't use it, Instagram are now showing what they think you want to see. So they think, oh, you know, Sarah wants to see this, I'm going to show this, this and this. I might not actually want to see that, but they think I do based on what I've been looking at. So, you know, if you've been looking at things that actually in a month's time doesn't interest you or float your boat, Instagram is still going to show it anyway because they think you want to see it. So although people say Instagram is generating them lots of leads, you've got to be very, very careful, because with Instagram, it's not as easy to convert for a lot of people as people think it might be. It might generate you lots of leads, but it might not necessarily convert into lots of sales. So it doesn't matter if you're getting lots and lots of email addresses. It's got to be the right kind of eyeballs on your page. So 62% of consumers still use Facebook, which is far higher than anywhere else. So 62% of consumers on a social media platform use Facebook, 12% use Pinterest, 11% use Twitter, and only 9% use Instagram. So although Instagram is growing, if you compare 9% on Instagram to 62 on Facebook, if you compare the two, if you asked me which I'd rather be pushing time on, it's definitely Facebook for me. Now there's people very, very successful on Instagram. I'm not knocking it. There's people with great success, but you need to know how to work it and you know, to be able to really, really leverage it. So Instagram now, as I just said, only shows what they think that they want you to see. Now, at least on Facebook, you have control of what they see. So as a business, I think it's better to be on Facebook, because at least you can actually control what people are seeing on your page. So regarding your marketing strategy, you need to make sure that you're only doing what works. If you're trying something and it just isn't working, don't continue to do it. Keep testing and measuring and doing tweaks all the time, because if something's not working for your business, why continue to keep doing it? You need to then try new things. Look at other people's business pages that are like in competition to you or similar to you. Look what they post now. Look at the interaction they have. Do they have a lot of comments? Do they have a lot of likes? Are they doing lots of videos? Are they doing lots of posts? Have a look at what they're doing now. Doesn't mean it's right, but if they've got a popular page with lots and lots of likes and lots of comments, but don't always look at how many fans they've got, because they could have bought them. So you need to be making sure you're looking at the organic likes and comments, not just how many fans they've got, because you can, in Facebook, you can pay, you know, for you know, to boost your fan base. So they could have like 20,000 fans of that page because they've bought them, you know, they've boosted it, rather than it being 20,000 that genuinely love that page. So make sure you do your homework before you think, oh, these have got thousands, I'm going to copy them, when actually they've just paid for all of that and it's not organic. So look at the posts, look at how they're doing things, and success leaves clues. So if you see something that's working, don't directly copy it, but take things away from that and then make it your own. And then the final page, thank you all so much that have stayed. So 58% of consumers engage with a Facebook or an Instagram ad at least once before spending money. So this goes to show that it's over half of the people that are on Instagram and Facebook. So that's 58% of consumers engage with a Facebook or an Instagram ad at least once before spending the money with a small business. So the last little part is, what's the solution? So you want to show up at the top of the Explorer page. That's what the whole point has been about of this video. But you need to start preparing from like today, tomorrow, whatever time you're watching this. And the reason being is because when the explore page goes live, Facebook are going to favour the people that have been, you know, doing it right now before it's gone live. So you need to start putting everything into practice now so that you're doing everything right. So then when the explore page goes live, you're going to be the ones up at the top. If you think, oh, I'm going to wait till it goes live and then I'm going to start, you're going to have missed the boat, because everybody else that's been doing it is going to be above you. So you need to start building momentum now. You need to start from today. You need to be making all of these changes ready for the big Facebook changes, because there's a lot of people with businesses on Facebook that will not even know what even Facebook algorithm means. You know, there's a lot of people that just don't do the homework. They have a business, they post on Facebook, but they don't do any kind of like homework. They don't engage with people like me to know about these changes, or other people on Facebook. So all of you guys and girls that have taken the initiative to get on this, to learn about it, it means then that you're going to stay ahead of the competition. So it means now that you're able to then put all these changes into your business, so that then in the next 60, 90 days, when it all comes into effect worldwide, you're already a step ahead of the competition, which I believe will have a massive, massive impact on you and your business going forward. And then that's it. Finito. Ta-da! So I know it's been quite a long video, and I appreciate every one of you that stayed. I think there's only about 10 people that's actually dropped off, which is amazing for such a long, long live. And I know there's like loads of information, so I will say that go back on and watch it again and write notes, because there was a lot of information to take in. But the best thing about it is it enables you now in the next 60, 90 days to really impact your business, so that going forward into 2018, you've already made all of these changes. So I'm going to go back in and go through all of the comments, and whoever is the 500th comment, I know I shouldn't have really done that because now I've got to actually physically count them all, but that person is going to win $100 from me, either cash into their PayPal account, or if they're into cryptocurrency, they'll get $100 worth of Bitcoin transferred into their e-wallet. Why? Because I'm lovely. So I'm going to keep doing this now in at least one Facebook Live a week. So I'm going to start giving away $100. And so to qualify for it, you need to share my Facebook Live onto your page. So feel free, because I haven't pitched any products on here, I haven't tried to sell you anything. Please share this into any Facebook groups you think would benefit. Share it with your team, share it on your wall. But you need to have shared the video to qualify for the $100 prize. So thanks everyone for watching. Have a great evening, and I will speak with you soon. Bye.